Hi and welcome back to Canada Top to Bottom. Today's topic is a request from one of our loyal viewers who has asked us to make a video on routes to permanent residence for those who don't qualify to apply through Express Entry. Now before we go on, if you're not sure what Express Entry is, click the link above for our video explaining all about it.
If you don't have enough points to be selected for Express Entry, perhaps due to your age, lack of higher education or language skills, you may be wondering what the alternative routes are to gaining permanent residence in Canada. If you have no Canadian work experience and are not eligible for any of the Express Entry programs, we can talk you through some of the most popular options today.
One option which is becoming increasingly popular is applying for a Canadian study permit. With a study permit, you can bring your family with you and you can work in Canada. Then, when you complete your studies, you have the option to work in Canada after graduating by obtaining a postgraduate work permit, or PGWP. This is available to students who've studied full-time at a designated learning institution for at least 8 months.
If the study route is not for you and you have your eye directly on permanent residence, there are a number of options available, even if you don't qualify for Express Entry. The list is long, so we'll just briefly mention the main requirements for each one. You can check out the links in the description box below for more information.
Starting with British Columbia, the BC skilled worker requires a job offer of skilled work from an employer in BC. Moving on to Manitoba, the Manitoba Skilled Workers Overseas is one of the few programs which doesn't require a job offer, but does require your education and your work experience to be aligned. Manitoba also has a Skilled Workers Overseas Human Capital Pathway, which also doesn't require a job offer or Canadian experience, but requires applicants to have skilled work experience and training in one of the occupations on Manitoba's in-demand occupations list, which we've linked below.
New Brunswick has the Skilled Worker with Employer Support program, where applicants need a job offer from an employer in New Brunswick. Newfoundland and Labrador has two programs which are not aligned with Express Entry: the Priority Skills in-demand occupation stream, which doesn't need a job offer and is for highly skilled and educated applicants who have experience in priority sectors for the province. There is also the Skilled Worker stream, which is specifically for international workers who have an offer of employment from a local employer.
The Northwest Territories has a skilled workers stream for foreign nationals with a job offer in the Northwest Territories in a skilled occupation. Nova Scotia also has two non-Express Entry pathways: a skilled worker program which requires a permanent full-time job offer from a Nova Scotia employer, and the Occupations in Demand stream which requires a job offer in one of the 7 specific eligible occupations.
Ontario has a program called the Foreign Worker Stream for applicants who have a qualifying job offer from an employer in Ontario. Prince Edward Island, or PEI, has two programs: the Skilled Worker Outside Canada for those who have a full-time permanent job offer from a PEI employer in a skilled occupation. There is also the PEI Occupations in Demand stream for foreign workers who have a job offer in the province in one of 4 specific in-demand occupations.
The final province we'll mention is Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan has 3 programs which are available to foreign workers who do not have a profile in the Express Entry pool. Firstly, the International Skilled Worker Occupations in Demand program, which is for applicants who don't have a job offer in Saskatchewan but are highly skilled and in an in-demand occupation. It's worth pointing out here that while you only need a minimum of 1 year's work experience in the past 10 years, this work experience must be related to your field of education. A second program in the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee program is the Tech Talent Pathway, which is specifically for high-skilled technology and innovation sector workers who have an offer for a skilled job in Saskatchewan and at least 1 year of relevant work experience in the past 5 years in their intended eligible occupation. Finally, there is a program called the Saskatchewan International Skilled Worker Employment Offer, which, as the name suggests, is for international applicants who have a valid offer of skilled employment in the province.
Finally, there is an excellent program called the Rural and Northern Immigration Program, or RNIP, which is for skilled workers who are interested in living and working in one of 11 select rural communities across Canada. This program is community driven and requires applicants to first obtain an offer of employment from one of the communities and then the community recommends the applicant, which means they can apply for permanent residence.
Okay, that's all for today. We've put the links for all these programs into the description box below, so check them out if any of them sound like something that could interest you. And let us know if you're thinking of moving to Canada. We'd love to hear your stories. See you next time.